guys, Liam Caddison here. This is Legends of Tomorrow. This is episode number 9 of season 5, and things escalated really drastically in the last episode. We lost Berard, which stings. I think Constantine mentioned, though, that there is a chance we could have him return with the third piece of the Loom of Fate, but that's not a guarantee. But we did lose Berard. It was pretty heartbreaking, but he had a noble intent in trying to stop Atropos from taking the 2 pieces of the Loom of Fate. So yeah, I'm really excited to see the ramifications of his death explode within this episode. We also had Zari encounter her original self in what proved to be a very, very amazing sequence of events. So yeah, but with that said, let's get into episode 9 of Legends of Tomorrow, season 5. Let's go.
You disapprove?
No. Humanity's status quo should be shaken up every few millennia. It's good for them.
Well, I'm glad you think so.
You know, it's funny you mention that. We're in 2020 right now, and
I need to make sure that no one ever finds this. Not even me, and especially not the Lachesis. You think you can do that?
Question. Who?
Is never found. Existential actualization can come later.
oh shh.
You cannot run forever, Clotho.
And now they need that third
And that is
piece.
the last thing that I remember.
We have no idea what spell Enchantress cast.
Well, that would kind of defeat the whole point of going to her now, wouldn't it?
But Charlie, all we need is the third ring to bring Beirut
I'm assuming it's
Now
a
you're
different
telling us it's
Enchantress.
impossible to find.
Ah, we're going back to Northumberland. I appreciate the fact that Legends are taking the time to visit the north of England quite frequently.
Hey, Sarah!
Whoa! Whoa, what the f... This is a side effect to her, like, surviving Atropos, isn't it? Ah, shit.
When lost focus, I successfully bound the ring to the house, but I was still working to anchor it temporarily.
So you, me, and the ring have been
Ooh.
whooshed into the past. Good work.
It's magic, love. It's more of an art than a science.
Oh my, are those guests? I didn't hear the bell.
I'm afraid your case is worse than I thought. I must insist we return to my room for a more thorough examination.
No, because this guy gives me the
Oh my
heebie-jeebies.
gosh, look at that. No more cough.
She's
You are
cured.
a real miracle worker, Doc. You should just stay here, relax, have a drink, and I'm gonna... Okay, bye-bye.
You're gonna run. Hey, nice! Element of surprise.
John, you killed him.
Of course I did. You jacked the bloody Ripper.
Oh, shit! Oh, and he's an encore, isn't he?
Just sit down. I'll brew you a cup of your favorite herbal tea.
I'm not just gonna sit around and do nothing. If we can't track the Encores, we have to go after them at the source. Astra.
I seriously doubt she's just gonna
Oh,
agree to stop doing whatever
okay,
her
things have
primeval
gotten
plan is.
tastier.
So I'm not gonna give her a choice.
Oh,
I'm sorry, should I have let myself be serial killed so you would have had 5 more minutes to not find the ring? You know what, we should split up so we can both find this in peace.
Fine by me, sweetheart.
It's somewhere here, so that's good that they're warm. Bad that they're going to have a party of
ma'am. My name's Cloud.
unpleasant guests.
name's Bonnie.
And we're in need of some accommodations.
No. John has been working so hard to rehabilitate her. Also, I thought we didn't use that word anymore.
You know what? I'm gonna let the B word slide this time. She sent a bunch of criminals after our friends.
How do we even find her? What are we supposed to do? Just ask a random demon off the street?
Where's Astra?
She's at her club. It's down Nicola.
Wow.
You just love the idea that the demons are afraid of Mick.
Who exactly are you that you are worth Norfolk things time?
I am, of course, King Henry VIII, ruler of the British Empire.
Oh shit, yeah!
Time sent you to hell.
Should have clicked with the attire.
And I plunder boats. You may have heard of me.
Just he looks a bit nobler. I don't know.
Caesar?
Ah, and you must be Brutus. I always favored beheadings over stabbing someone in the back, less cowardly.
I haven't sent a single encore back to Earth since John and I last spoke.
Nope.
Already. Good idea. Wait, Ava.
What if she's telling the truth?
Come inside.
That she is.
And I'll prove it to you.
Ah, just in time.
Oh my god.
I love a good carving.
And who the devil are you supposed?
Oh, that's a bit on the nose, isn't it, Bluty? Just so we're all on the same page here.
Yes.
Each one of us has a hell weapon, and we can well and truly end each other right here, right now.
Clyde, the way I see it, this here Jack the Ripper.
Besides, a
is
treasure
our
hunt
competition.
Yeah, I think
is
you're right,
fun.
Peaches. Jack here never was caught by the police.
The most sensible thing to do is to work together.
As soon as one of us finds the ring,
Zari's owning this.
the pits for the rest.
You're just gonna accept that? As soon as we have the ring in our hands, we have all the power. We can march right into hell and demand our freedom.
Hey, here to that, eh?
Now let's eat.
Damn, Zari's owning this. I love this.
At least the most valuable one is still.
You were saying?
Who the hell is Vandal Savage?
Oh, I actually know that one. He's
Yes!
I can't believe she did this to me.
Wait, you know who stole your coins?
Evil that men do lives after them and all that.
Oh, how ironic.
Who's this being we're going to see?
The woman who found me
Oh,
terrified
boy.
and alone when John left me to rot down here.
You know what? The one thing that I learned is the only way to keep going is to take control of your life. Stop letting everybody act like they know what's best for you and make your own choices.
Don't
you
be
know?
the puppet, be...
What the?
Oh,
So it was a sob story after all.
No, it was the truth. Thanks for the therapy session. Don't have too much.
Didn't I mention that?
No.
Listen, you dweeb, I gotta get out of here. I got a thing.
What thing?
Lita has a soccer match. She didn't invite me, but I'm inviting myself.
Just imagine the excuse, I was in hell.
Die here without getting to know my daughter. Do we understand each other?
Nick.
Does she play?
Gary.
For God's sake!
Coins and using them to control the denizens of hell is a cheap reflection of my former glory. Now that the loom of
So
fate
she's
is
thinking
within reach,
bigger.
I want you to become one of us. Become our third
One
sister.
of us. One of
You have
us.
the power of a god.
There's just one thing. John Constantine's coin. He's mine to toy with.
Seems like a fair trade.
Unless Astra's got some plan set in motion.
Here to send us back to hell.
Now, don't lose your temper, Barney. We'll teach that grifter a lesson, okay?
Look, used to need
Oh, Mrs. Hughes.
to just take it to the bed.
I'm not thinking about the ring.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
So you're just gonna accept failure when we're this
That's gonna
close?
make it worse.
I'm not giving up.
If I hadn't been, maybe he would have had a chance.
Tella's doing a fascinating job at
You can take
portraying
it from an
this
expert.
emotion.
Nothing good ever comes from beating yourself up, love.
Don't try to make me feel better.
Astra, it is time for you to take control. Okay, don't wait for them. You can help us find the loom and save your mother yourself.
10 seconds left.
Oh boy. Yeah, let's just hold
Is
hands.
yours.
Come on, Astra.
Wait, did she ever like channel an animal while you were, you know?
Well, these two dweebs.
Oh, cheer up, darling. We can kill him now.
No.
Woo! Oh! Ouch! Oh, ricocheting! Beautiful! That was beautiful.
You okay?
Yeah.
Look at me.
There it is.
Being a touch more direct.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Yeah. Right.
See you around, John.
She was the enchant. Okay. I was wondering what's her game, especially when she was catering to all the encores.
I did. It was amazing. Terrifying, but...
Hey, John. I hear we have a loom to build.
Oh boy. John be like, you sons of bitches! How can you do this? Why? It's his worst nightmare. But, the good thing is, though, Astra seems to be, like, cooperating, so, yeah, but, that put a spring in, yeah, that put a... There was something going on. They were teasing something with Zari and, John, which was kind of weird, considering the whole blame game that was placed on John last episode, but, yeah. John's gonna have a field day right now. The fact that they managed to pull Astra from hell. But it should be interesting to see Astra's involvement, especially during the latter part of this season now. That it's funny because for John it's such a confusing situation. He's been all about trying to release Astra from hell all of this time. And of course it was too late. Astra was molded into the territory of hell that she changed. So I guess better late than never. But it's not just that though. It's the fact that John is not his alignment with her is pretty much uncertain. He has a debt to pay to her, but it's not like he can really trust her, like, being out of hell at the moment. So yeah, but it's going to be an interesting case. But yeah, there was a lot of interesting elements with this episode, especially with all of the encores approaching John's house, of course, in search... Well, we had a treasure hunt, essentially. And it was funny, because the ring was... Like, we saw the ring all of this time, didn't we? Because we saw it fading in and out on the table at the beginning, and it was there when John wasn't looking, of course, when he was gazing into Zari's eyes. I'm not sure how I feel regarding that. Well, I guess we'll see what they do with the relationship. It's just following following Zari just straight up calling John out in the last episode. It does run the risk of it being a bit forced. Because there are the rose petals being teased for their relationship there, but like I said, I think it's a case of let's wait and see what happens, because I do love the chemistry with Zari and John. I think they have a very interesting connection, and seeing them interact in this episode was a treat, because they have I feel like they have clashing personalities, and it works so well, especially in this scenario. And not gonna lie, I was expecting a bit more to their connection. I was expecting a bit more of an eruption going on with the pair, given how she blamed him regarding what happened to Berad. I guess she does have that hope that Berad will come back, and potentially he will, because now they've got all three of the rings, so that's all well and good. But it was still fun to see them basically play dress up whilst this treasure hunt was going on, because Zari had the Cleopatra gimmick running for her, and John was Jack the Ripper. So yeah, but and that was really good, and I love some of the jokes that were involved, especially Brutus and Bonnie and Clyde were amazing as well. And there was a very tense scene with Jack confronting Zari, so I really loved the tension that was placed when Zari went to the bedroom and John managed to incapacitate him. So yeah, But yeah, it will be very interesting as well to see Astra's story go along. I don't think she's going to go through with the Fates offer, of course, because they offered her to replace Charlie. So yeah, but I don't think she's going to go through with this, especially since regarding what Ava said to her about be in control of your own life. And I really loved Ava stepping up whilst Sarah was out of it. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, Ava was a tremendous leader, and I just loved her like taking charge. So yeah, and also trying to inspire something in Astra. So yeah, Sarah then. I mean, most of the episode, she was out, but I think we all know what we're talking about. The fact that she's having those weird visions, which I think is a side effect from her confronting that sister, like in the last episode. I think that is some kind of power, because she's able to see things before they happen. Kind of like a... I would say a clairvoyance thing, because that seems to range, whereas her powers on the two occasions, they seemed to be pretty near in the future, like within the coming seconds. So yeah, but it's very, very interesting, because it seems like that is what she's attained from facing Atropos in the last episode and surviving her deathly glare. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how that like comes about for her character in the future, because Sarah having powers is an interesting direction to go in, because I always admired her without powers, and this is possibly going to elevate her character. So interesting to see what what's going to happen. But yeah, interesting times indeed. There was something that did kind of confuse me, and that was Enchantress. So of course she was pretending to be the elderly woman in the house, which was a very, very nice twist. But I'm sure that's the Enchantress, now that I think about it. I was thinking, is it Enchantress, or is this another one? Because this is the thing, and this is the irony of the situation. Warner Brothers have this kind of stupid ruling, which is invalid after Crisis on Infinite Earths, about film characters and all that jazz, and I wouldn't have expected the CW to branch down that path with Enchantress. So I was thinking, is this some kind of other version or something like that? And it should have clicked on, because her dress sense was the same. But I was so hung up about the whole Warner Brothers situation, about the fact they're not going to use like the Enchantress. So I'm wondering if that's just kind of code name or whatever. And like I said, it's the irony of it's ironic with what Warner Brothers are doing, because they had this thing regarding film characters and all that jazz, where, I mean, it's kind of invalid after the first Suicide Squad, but still, I wouldn't have imagined them being okay with CW using them. But the irony of the situation is that they say it's so confusing, and what's oddly enough, their policy about you can't use these characters is so confusing as well, because we live in a multiverse. So yeah, and you have the film, you have the Ezra Miller Flash in production, and it's a confusing mess, and it shouldn't have been like enforced anyways. Like they were very strict about it in the early seasons. I think they've loosened the grip a lot recently, but the point still stands. This whole, you can't use these characters on the CW because it's too confusing, it shouldn't have been enforced anyways. So, yeah. So, I think that was the Enchantress. Because I was having a hot second thinking, is that legit, or are they trying to sugarcoat? Are they trying to use her but not use her, in a sense, if you get what I mean? So... yeah, but it was interesting to see her pop along, and be pivotal to Charlie's past, of course, as well as being an asset in the present as well. So yeah, but it was quite the episode. I pretty much enjoyed a lot of the aspects. Like I said, it again, Tala is doing a very, very amazing job as Zari, like especially when she was talking about how she often how she often didn't see catastrophes that followed in her life, but she can't shrug off the fact that she's lost Berad. So I really loved that, as well as her as Cleo. I just really loved it, and her being so domineering against Bonnie and Clyde and Jack the Ripper. It was just really, really fun stuff. But yeah, that was Legends of Tomorrow. I really enjoyed it, and I'm really excited to see where things go, especially with Astra now being a part of the Wave Rider. So it's going to be really interesting to follow her story now that she's freed from hell, and of course Lachesis and Atropos. Well, Lachesis was basically the main negotiator, like Atropos, can't say it, but yeah, she was basically like, you know, that bodyguard, like she was like the bodyguard to Lachesis, like she was putting on this tough exterior, and she is a tough cookie. So yeah, but I'm really interested to see where Astra's story does go. But yeah, that was, and now they have the 3 rings, so hopefully we can bring Berad back. Hopefully John can live out on his promise, and yeah, I'm excited to see where Legends goes now. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check the videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You could also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!